welcome to the NFT Show. I have a very special guest today who works in 3D and virtual NFT space. He's recently had minted a mind-blowing NFT art show called Resolution. Online, a global NFT experience in the Los Angeles area. Orbseer, Orb, can I call you Orb?
Call me Orb Seer, young Orb.
Young Orb Seer, Orb. I appreciate it, man. We'll go with Orb, bro. I really appreciate you taking the time to come on the podcast today.
Of course, man. This is exciting. This is actually my first interview ever regarding this.
Oh, wow. Well, let's dive a little bit into that then. Since this is your first, maybe give people an opportunity to know a little bit about who you are and how you got into the NFT art scene.
Yeah, so I've been working for a company, 3D Live, for the last 5 years here in LA. We did the Flying Lotus tour, which was our most notable tour. And then we did Big Gigantic. And then back in the day, the company, before I started working with them, they did Primus in 3D. They did a set with Lucent Dossier performance troupe at Coachella a couple years ago when I first got into the company. And I had always been working at the back end, building and fixing the LED panels, which is like a proprietary 3D LED technology. We have the patent for it. So I was just building these panels. We built an amusement park ride at Great America in the Bay Area, which won awards. There's the Mass Effect video game ride, which was really fun. And pretty much my job was just to be 50 feet up in the rafters like a monkey, hanging these like $1,000, $2,000 panels, building this incredibly large screen.
No pressure.
Massive screen. And me and my friends came in and they had to get it done, or else they were going to be in a lot of legal hot water if they didn't get it done in time for launch. So they called us in. Me and my crew went in there, busted it out, finished it, won some awards with the ride. It was a pretty gnarly project. And then I just kept going and kept working with the company. Ryan, the owner of the company, is one of my best friends. I just stuck around. My crew eventually found other jobs, architects, fabricators, and I stayed with 3D Live working as an LED tech and just building the wall at conferences, at festivals, at you name it. And eventually, I was steadily growing, as an artist, because I was a painter before. I make music, worked in film, and Ryan started seeing me steadily growing, and then so he gave me the opportunity to start making stuff for our biggest wall, which is 70 feet long, 20 foot tall LED 3D screen.
Wow.
It's 6K screen, so it's brilliant.
That's
6K.
a big boy. Yeah,
it's massive, and it curves at 1 to 5 degrees, so you can really get an angle on it if you want to put it in a smaller venue. The technology itself is really impressive. And so eventually I got my workflow up, and then I started making stuff, and people were hitting me up about the NFTs, and I was just I'm a rather unknown artist. I don't know if I have really anything that people would buy, and I really didn't understand the technology fully. So I was reluctant to jump in because I didn't want it to feel inauthentic. So I'm working, and I start making stuff for the wall, and I'm wait, NFTs. Can this hologram be an NFT?
Absolutely.
I was like, whoa, hold on. Well, people would have to come and see it, because there's no way I could just, do this without people experiencing it firsthand. So I was I got to throw an event. And then my birthday was 5 weeks. I was 5 weeks is enough time for me to throw an event. Okay. And so I just started getting the teams together, AR developers, other classical gallerists, artists, people in the tech space and crypto. And I started putting my team together, and Ryan saw me really working for this. And so it all just kind of came together, and it wasn't ever easy. There was really, really good days where we're whoa, the potential of this is crazy. And there was really hard days where it could have fell apart at any moment, because we brought on last minute collaborators that kind of, they weren't working within our time frame, and it really put a lot of stress on us to try to announce this thing. And so this past weekend, it all came together in this most beautiful, beautiful way. the experiences that people shared with me, the what they got from it, how they felt was just like so fulfilling and so empowering. And it really came together on Saturday night, and it was just like mind-blowing the way it came together, because I literally chose the two songs that I put onto the show an hour before, and I placed the clips in the order that I wanted to present them 10 minutes before the first show. And then it came together in the most beautiful way, where everyone was just like, whoa, like, and I'm just in there like still not really connecting with it, like seeing all my imperfections in it. And then on the sixth session, my mom, who I flew out for the show, it was her birthday. We're a week apart on her birthday, so it was her birthday.
That's a
And
lot.
she comes up behind me and she goes, "I am so proud of you." And I couldn't help myself. I started tearing up, laughing, just like in awe. And then I saw the work for what it was, and I was really, really, really proud. And I was proud that I could make my mom proud, because, my mother is an immigrant and she struggled with me. She had me when she was 15. I was a 10-pound baby, and she had me in Mexico. She got kicked out of her house and literally had to start her entire life with me. And she had to raise me through all the struggle and through my experimental years, and really had to like always be worrying about me. And this was a big moment for us as a family to be like, "Mom, like, you don't ever have to worry about me or us ever again. Like, this is just the start," and just to have that moment and to be able to really finally connect with the art. I was sitting on the floor with her, and I was just looking at it, and I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. And I finally understood why I did it. And it all made sense in that moment. And then every show after that, I felt really like really good about it. And it
As you
finally
should.
clicked me. It was beautiful, man. It was one of the most beautiful experiences in my life. It's one of those core memories that just goes down in history. And I will always be pursuing that feeling. And it was really incredible to get the response. Like, people would come up to me with mascara running down their face and be like, "That was so beautiful."
I looked at your event that you put together, and yeah, that is some big art, bro. And I'm curious, the people the artists that may be in the same line of work that you might be dabbling in, this huge type of experiential art that's massive in scale. Are they talking about NFTs as well, or are you kind of like the only artist doing NFT art that is so big in actual size?
At the moment, I'm the only artist to be doing it. Rafik Anadol also comes to mind in terms of scale and purpose. That's why he does it. He does a lot of AI generated art that has to do with, actual data from our planet. So he's like showing us our data, our planet, the way it exists in a very beautiful, beautiful way. But as of now, I'm the only artist that is displaying on this screen. I'm the first artist to do a 3D digital NFT holographic drop. So my goal and my
Congratulations, by
purpose.
the way, man. That is awesome.
Thank you, dude. My goal is to be able to help other artists break into this medium. So the next show that I want to curate is a show with 10 to 12 digital artists, the Fuck Renders, the Baron Harpers or Sarper, the Beeple-esque characters in the NFT space, and get them all to, create a piece at this resolution, at this scale, with these camera settings, and 3Dify their world and bring it into a new light. So I want to help other artists break through, but I'm also going to be planning my second show and a rerun of my first show so that other people can come and experience it.
A virtual rerun or a physical rerun?
Physical in the actual space.
Nice.
Yeah, because like I got a lot of messages and people want to come back and see it again and experience it. So I think we're going to Miami this weekend with the 3D wall to do the Van Gogh exhibit.
I'll be in Miami June 3rd and 4th for Shitcoin 2021. So maybe if you're
Nice,
around.
man. Yeah, if the exhibit is still up, I may still be there. We're going to be presenting the Van Gogh work that we've been doing and all the Impressionist artwork. And people from the Van Gogh team came to the studio a couple of weeks here in LA, and they saw my work and they were like, "Wow, like, let us know when the show is." And I forgot to hit them up because I didn't have their contact, but they're like, "Please let us know next time." I'm like, "Well, I'm bringing it to Miami." So I have like another group of like art people, a whole different art class to present to. And I think, and then people from Art Basel in Miami that want to meet up. So I feel like the ripple effects of what happened this weekend I'm just starting to see the effect of where it's going and what the possibilities of it are. But I feel honored that I got to be the first artist to present, because I feel like it was just, I was in the right place in the right time with the right mentality, and I was right within myself to be able to present this body of work. And that's why I chose the name Resolution, because I wanted to raise the question of what is the resolution of an illusion? What, like, if this doesn't feel like, this feels like it's real, but it's not, like, it's very illusory. And then also resolution in terms of the resolve that I had to find in myself in order to present a body of work like this, having to do medicine work during Corona, having to face my demons, having to face myself, having to really come to terms with who I am, good and bad, and finally being able to release it all and have that resolve in myself so that I could present this body of work that is, every single piece is embedded in who I am.
I'm curious, where do you see this technology with these 3D kind of displays being utilized in the world that we have today, like on buildings and billboards? Is it possible one day that I could own a billboard piece of art that's just on the highway that's using some of this physical technology that you're working with?
Yeah, so our technology, I feel like any LED screen can be a billboard. Our technology is different because you need to experience it from a certain viewing angle for the 3D to be really effective. And you need 3D glasses. So I can't imagine that it would be effective on billboards unless it was very, very direct and people knew what they were there to do. But we do also, with a flip of a switch, the wall can become a 2D wall.
That's amazing.
Like,
that's magical.
It is. It really is. I feel like our technology is best use case is live performance and now our gallery experience. And then I have ideas for the second and third show that I'm really, really excited about that are going to be very, very innovative with the technology. And then down the road, I have an idea for an amusement park attraction that could be really, really monumental in terms of the human experience.
Wow. I mean, well, I want to kind of wrap things up here, but I want to let people know where can they go to make sure they're following you so they don't miss out on any of your upcoming events. I know you've mentioned Miami. So how can people make sure, they're following you or in touch with, the projects? What websites or anything?
Yeah, so if you want to keep up with my work, I think the best way is Instagram, which I'm pretty active on, Twitter, which I've kind of built out for this, and it's at Young Orb Seer for both of them, at yung.orb.seer. And then my maker's place is just Orb Seer, where I'm going to be dropping this next collection. I've dropped two of them. One of them, they both sold out.
Congratulations, as they should.
Thank you. The best way to keep in contact is I'm very accessible. So if you send me DMs, like, I like to answer, and I like to be like engaged with people that are interested in me and my work. And then so at Young Orb Seer, I'll send you all my links, and you guys can put them up. And just know that I'm here to help. I'm here to help push art into the next level, not just NFT and 3D art, but just art for art's sake, like the human experience. Like, I want to help move the human experience into that next world and kind of cast my seed for what I see that technology and humanity can merge and create these beautiful experiences. Because, and I'll leave it on this, I feel like where technology is going now, we have this underlying fear of it overtaking us because of our own shame of what we've done to our own planet. And I feel like that's a subconscious fear that is kind of shown through us, through our movies like Terminator and all this. Like, we have a fear of creating something that will one day destroy us. My greatest hope is that we can create something through technology, like artificial intelligence, that actually becomes one with us and helps us improve our planet. So my highest hope is that technology and that connectedness, that spiritual aspect, can merge and create a better planet and start going towards that utopian world that we all envisioned and hoped for. And this show is just the tiniest seed being cast in that direction, and it's just the only way that I can help in that way. And then in the future, I want to open up a set of studios called Seer Studios, where we can bring in underprivileged youth and troubled teens and college students, and it's just people who are interested in the arts. But I'm really going to focus on underprivileged youth, because I feel like when I was a kid, I would have benefited from having some kind of maker space in my town, because I come from a small town where there is no digital art. There's no creativity. Like, as far as it goes, there's a small gallery with people painting like desert scenes. Really, really not much there. And if I would have had a place like this, I feel like I could have really had a better trajectory. And now I want to be able to provide that for the next generation of kids. So I want to open up Seer Studios in this is my 1-year plan, and being able to teach classes over summer and really refine a curriculum for these kids that gives them access to the technologies, but also helps them express themselves and understand themselves creatively, and giving them full support. Have the best people there for 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, and just let them access these tools and see what comes from it. And we could be sitting on like the world's greatest directors and artists and engineers all under our noses, but they just haven't tapped into their medium or into their craft or into their passion. And I want to see where that goes. So that's my end goal. That's one of my goals in this next year. So I'm really going to be working on that, and just building out my work and keep trying to deliver these deeply psychedelic, deeply connecting visual experiences. And then every show is going to be exponential. It's going to keep growing. Like, I have more people that want to collaborate with me on the next one, where the auditory and all the senses are going to be like just pushed to their limits. And at the end of it, hopefully you feel like in some way it has helped you or healed you or give you some kind of solace. So, but I feel like what people can expect from me is I'm going to be pushing the limits in every way until everything has just been broken. Every rule of what the human experience can be and is just going to be stretched and completely altered. And I can't wait to be able to show you guys what I got in mind for the next one.
I appreciate that, Seer. I mean, it sounds like you're kind of building the next generation of trade schools using, some, amazing, very original and unique art to fund that, goal. So I, as a collector of art, appreciate that. And I think, what you're doing is different on all fronts. It's very inspiring. And I think that it could transcend into a more mainstream, adoptive purpose, where we could see those, billboards and buildings and more, bigger experienced art, where maybe even the legacy galleries and art museums adopt this medium of expiration or experiencing art, expressing your art through these mediums. We might be able to see Christie's Auction House, who have recently adopted NFTs, maybe start to adopt into these 3D display models as well. So I think that's very amazing. Appreciate everybody for watching, and definitely go and check out Orb Seer, Young Orb. Very much appreciate your time. Thanks again, and have a day, bro.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me. This has been awesome. I look forward to meeting you guys in person and talking more.
Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate your time. If you have a guest that you would like to see on the NFT show here on Crypto Cake TV, please go ahead and comment below, or find us on social media and let us know. Crypto Cake on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and for a chance to win an NFT, all you have to do is comment your Wax Wallet address below. As always, have a day.